say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we won.
My fellow Aves, I'm here to give my first State of the Backyard address. When I was a young chick, my mother, Mama D, used to build a nest. She would build it by making layers upon layers, forming a solid foundation to protect me and my siblings. A strong foundation makes a solid nest. I call the way I make my speeches the nest because it takes a lot of time building to what I gotta say, using a lot of words, usually big ones. Just like my human idol, an overlord, who calls this form of speech the weave. He takes a lot of time to weave a story. I call my speeches the nest, or nesting if you will. Look, my human fans have come from far and wide just to hear me speak. Now that we settle down, my fellow Aves and human overlords, we are here to celebrate my becoming the supreme leader of the backyard with the help of my human friends. I'm here to say that the feathered underground, led by the radical leftist Love Society doves, will be crushed. As we speak, I have ordered their former nest and those of their families to be sacked and destroyed. My former enemy, Sylvester's ancestral home, was also raided, and I sent his former owners and their family to spend some quality time in Sing 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 Sing. As for my former best friend, well, last time I heard, he was trying to raise an army of rebel rabble to overthrow my backyard regime, my legitimate regime. Well, I have to say, good luck, old buddy. To make this work, I need human and Abe support. 100% tariff on imported birdseed will force the backyard to produce its own birdseed, bringing back manufacturing jobs and factories back to the backyard. All that money which will be pouring in will be a lot. I'm talking about really a lot. It'll be pouring in to defend ourselves against all enemies, domestic and domestic. The radical left, led by the Feather Underground, along with its paramilitary group, Antifa, will be destroyed. And when I'm finished, all Aves won't have left wings, only right and far right. Beware of all the isms, my fellow Aves. Don't believe the hype. Socialism is just another word for communism and totalitarianism. The radical left want to trick you into forcing the billion and trillionaires to give up their hard-earned money and give it to the lazy poor who would rather frivolously spend it on such things as food, healthcare, and other luxuries such as mass transit, things for their bratty offspring, and, heaven forbid, a vacation. The only isms we should believe in are fascism because we are anti-Antifa, folks. The coalition of Birds Lives Matter, the Feather Underground, and Antifa must be stopped. They spread lies about global warming. Bah, I say. The Earth is actually cooling, you know. It was a few degrees cooler today than it was yesterday. We might be heading into a new ice age. May want us to keep the water color clear. What's wrong with multicolored streams? I think it's pretty because our planet is like one big apple pie that will one day smash into the moon. Our benevolent human overlords want us to have our rivers flowing with milk because that's truth, justice, and the American way. You know, our moon is actually made out of blue and Swiss cheese. Let's face it, global warming can't be avoided. It's part of nature, and the steroids that we put in our cattle will be used to cook gigantic steaks over the volcanoes that emerge from our 6,000-year-old planet. Over the next few months, I'll force all of our hens to crank out thousands upon thousands, perhaps millions of eggs. They will be used to make one giant fried egg that will feed the entire country at once, along with a side of bacon. To feed our addiction to bacon, my fellow pigs will sacrifice millions of their children for the good of the backyard. All the scrimping, scraping, and sacrifices is what makes the backyard and this country great. We will starve and impoverish ourselves to make the rich get richer while we enjoy the trickle-down effects of their generous financial generosity. And just like my other idol, El Duce, he tried to rebuild the Roman Empire on a budget. And so will I. And my next parade will be the biggest and largest and most giantest parade the world has ever seen. And those that oppose me on my parade will feel my wrath. Yes, folks, I got big plans coming to the backyard, and it starts with Outline 2025. Oh, you just watch.